Now, on the reports that Jerry Sloan and Darren Williams had a verbal clash at halftime of the game against the Bulls, Williams had this to say to KFAN 1320 radio in Salt Lake City, quote, "We had a disagreement. I've seen him have worse ones with other players. Jerry's very fiery. I am too. Sometimes we clash on things. I would never force Coach Sloan out of Utah. He's meant more to this town, more to this organization than I have by far. I would have asked out of Utah first. Not many come into this league and can play for a Hall of Fame coach their first 6 years. I got a chance to learn from the best. We won a lot of basketball games because of Coach Sloan." Here's the headline in the Salt Lake Tribune: Lost Will. Get it? Perhaps acknowledging that Sloan had lost his heart to coach, or was it a lost cause with Darren Williams and one of them perhaps had to go? ESPN insider, NBA insider Rick Bucher back with us. And Rick, we heard about the denials and about the relationship between Sloan and Williams. Rick, what is the truth? Was Williams the primary reason that Sloan walked away?
No, there are truths within that, which is that those two did clash, and they clashed as recently as last night. But ultimately, Darren Williams didn't want Jerry Sloan gone. What he wanted was the Jerry Sloan that coached John Stockton, Karl Malone. You saw it in those clips. You saw the energy from Jerry Sloan that we haven't seen. And the feeling is, look, they don't practice very hard. They don't watch film. And this is a very young team trying to get better, not used to the Utah system. Yes, they're still effective. That's a reflection of the system. But Darren Williams just wanted more from the coaching staff. And if that's from Jerry Sloan and the entire group, he was good with that. But it couldn't be the way it is right now, because he knows, he looks at those other teams preparing, and he says, we're at a disadvantage here. We're not working as hard as they are, and we need to get back to that.
All right, we know this about Darren Williams. He's a competitor,
Yep.
and he wants to win, and he wants to win badly. Okay, does he want to win at Utah? Could he be a goner? Could the Jazz look to trade him? And if so, would he be a hotter trade prospect than Carmelo Anthony?
Without question. First of all, he's a point guard and arguably the best point guard in the league. And so, yes, he would be a very hot commodity. But everything that I've heard is that Darren Williams wants to stay in Utah, and this probably pushes him into staying there more convincingly, because you would expect that there are going to be changes and that they're going to get back on the ball. The people that I fault in this, honestly, are the Utah Jazz management that did not find a way for Jerry Sloan to gracefully exit. I understand he's an icon and a legend, and you want to keep him there as long as possible, but it shouldn't come down to, in the middle of this season, that he's now walking away. He doesn't get his just due, and he doesn't get sent out the way he deserves. And that could have been avoided if they'd realized that, you know what? He doesn't have the energy to do the job anymore.
And his longtime assistant, Phil Johnson, also went with him.
Yep.